Hello everyone, this is Hello Chaz. We are doing some more Floor 9 gameplay, specifically focusing on going infinite. In this stream specifically, just for context in the broader matter, if this happens to be the only stream that you're watching, right now there has been a number of players who have gone to complete Floor 8, unlock Floor 9, defeat Floor 9, at enough that I am not able to enumerate all of them individually. But, like, for example, I will say specifically that Fakey has done so, and he also put up a pretty nice win streak on Floor 9 as well. I don't really know all of the details, but my understanding is that there was a screenshot posted on Discord with a lot of W's, and I haven't had an opportunity to look into it too closely. Of the players who are in the Floor 9 vicinity, you know, obviously Tetra has the best win rate, but Tetra, for other reasons, does not stream. So amongst the players who do stream, the player with the best win rate on Floor 9 currently is Fakey. Unfortunately, Fakey's win rate and my win rate have diverged because, first of all, I started off Floor 9 with a glorious 1-win, 9-loss streak, which kind of puts me into a hole there. But also, Floor 9 is... it has enough handicaps that I've decided to focus on revamping my play with the intention of eventually getting a higher win rate. Currently, what it means is that I have a number of embarrassing losses at the beginning of the game. I've sort of overcorrected from losing embarrassingly on payment 6 through 11. And now I lose embarrassingly on payments 2 through 6, which is fine. But it does mean that our win rate hasn't improved in either direction. I played an offline co-op match with Tetra, and I was able to get a couple additional tips on how to avoid dying embarrassingly. Such as doing the math and seeing whether it would need to be good spins for me to be able to pay rent, or whether I can pay rent and not have to panic and spend rerolls. Whether I can just continue on at the current payment schedule and use my rerolls on a later spin, which would be more lucrative. Be able to pick coal, which would be eventually more lucrative, and so on. So eventually, doing that math and taking less symbols, but doing so in a fundamentally sound way. Fakey is already taking less symbols. I was previously thinking that this was unnecessary and excessive, but for Floor 9 specifically, taking as few symbols as reasonably possible in the early game seems to be fairly necessary to maximize the outs and convey the opening builds into victories on a reliable basis, at least on like a sort of like 50% or better basis that I think the top players will get. Maybe not now, sort of echoing the sentiments of Zen, at least fairly consistently. And when I say top players, I'm fairly obviously excluding Tetra, because Tetra can go over 50% already. I made an embarrassing assessment that Tetra would have a like 30 or 40% win rate on Floor 9. Having done a co-op with Tetra, I have changed my mind. I think Tetra is number one when we'll have an extremely strong win rate on Floor 9. And I don't think even Zen will be like within 10% of Tetra's win rate. Tetra is just playing a very fundamentally sound game, and is also picking all of the strong symbols to go on top of that. You know, including monkeys, and even situationally the weaker symbols such as banana peels and thieves. So, you know, there's a number of other strong players that are doing really good things at the moment. I may as well update on that, especially since I haven't personally been playing well. Normally, I say something along the lines of, "Oh, hey, look how strong my play is. Look how many wins I'm getting." Doop de doop de doop, tooting my own horn. So like I feel like it's fairly fair that when I'm not playing well and when other people are playing well, I might as well toot other people's horns. You know, seems pretty reasonable in my opinion. You know, balance of the universe. But I don't think this is going to be particularly relevant in the stream because we are continuing on with our hello. What's this here? Well, what this here is that we have a potential Floor 9 Infinite run on our hands, and so we will be trying as best as possible to be balling out of control. Currently, we have 18.5 in the bank. I don't know if anybody's done a Floor 9 Infinite. It hasn't been a personal priority, and I know it's not a personal priority of many of the top players. But you know, if it actually happens, you know, that'll be a pretty cool achievement. Normally, because of these duds are getting you know, not exponentially more expensive, but they're getting quadratically more expensive. Are they? Are they? Yeah, I think they're getting quadratically more expensive as the game continues. But since we have a number of things going for us, you'll see we have 4 silver arrows, 1 golden arrow, multiple divers, a highliner, and no Mrs. Fruit. What? Where did she go? Oh, that's interesting. I have no idea where Mrs. Fruit went, but that's obviously not ideal. Now, in context, there was some closing and loading of saves, and so I'm not exactly sure what happened there. But there used to be a Mrs. Fruit in this build. 2 divers with fairly high charges isn't like bad for sure, and the fact that we don't have any fruit on our board is definitely a huge boon. I would definitely prefer to have seen a Mrs. Fruit here. $2.93. Yeah, but we can definitely pick up oysters here. Eggs, I believe we can pick up eggs for the egg carton. Nice. Is pretty cool. Now, the strong part about Diver is that Diver has a large number of common symbols that it can consume. It's the second strongest consumer. The strongest consumer is Diver. Not Diver, sorry, Geologist. We get another Joker. I can't say that picking up Jokers is wrong here, just because we're trying to go black suits, black suits, black suits. Shattered Mirror is incorrect though. Take yellow pepper here. And also we're removing some hearts. I guess if Mrs. Fruit disappeared, then we're more likely to trigger. Oh, I guess we should have removed the Highlander. That's my bad. I believe that's a technical boo-boo there. If we don't have Capsule Machine, I think pretty much everything on the board is going to be better than Wealthy Capsule. Wealthy Capsule would be good if we had if we were getting less than 200 per spin. We are getting more than 200 per spin. Right now we're getting about 300 per spin on a normal spin. However, every once in a while we do get a crazy good spin. So, like, as much as we're, like, quote, falling behind the rent curve, we also can get, like, crazy good spins with the divers. So we're sort of treading water slash having a good time. It's sort of yeah, see how that was an 1152? And that was without any particularly special wildcards associated. 352, again, very good. More Oysters is definitely plus value here. It's good. Silver Arrow is definitely very strong. I think I'll take a Silver Arrow. It's sort of our scaling. Get 5 if 3 or more simple are adjacent. That's very good. Not win the game good, but it's definitely, we're happy with this situation good. $288, very nice. We're a little short on rerolls. There's a number of rare items that we would appreciate that would cause us to close out this game in a pretty straightforward W. Unfortunately, don't have at the moment. Okay. There's a lot of doubles on this club at the moment. 600, not bad. Hearts is not the thing we're looking for. We're just looking for clubs. Okay. There's a lot of doubles on this hearts. And it's going to be echoed by some wild cards. 812, not bad. Lucky Capsule is definitely something that we're looking for. If we can, for example, get a Geologist, that'd be good. It's essentially a reroll capsule. $529. It's definitely not bad. How long does the game have to last for Hustling Capsule to pay off? We do 529 divided by 20 is 26. Yeah, we can pay for that. Ruby is not the rare that we're looking for, so. Let's do pay up. All right. 500. Not what we're looking for. Also not what we're looking for. Sort of unfortunately so. Lucky Cat, I definitely don't mind picking up Lucky Cat. If we end up increasing our rarity chances with cats, I think that's better than just seeing more diver items versus Ninja and Mouse and Square Jar. So actually with the Tedium Capsule, I think I'm picking up Lucky Cat. The thing that we're removing is the Highlander. That was my bad to remove the hearts instead of the Highlander. It would be very nice to see some. There's some extra doubling on this guy right here. 584. So we're averaging, you know, about we're about staying even with rent thanks to some good situations that we have. Lots of doubles on here, lots of doubles on the diver. Very nice. $720 is definitely nice, and we're absolutely taking Pearl here. Ooh. We got the coveted rare double on the divers. Some rusty gear bonuses on this right here, 93. Perfectly fine. I'm not picking up item capsule. There's a chance of getting mining pick, and I really not want to get mining pick here. Howdy, stream is laggy. Could be my net. Yeah, I've had some reports that I've had more reports that stream is laggy than per normal. I'll have to check with because I'm streaming, so normally so my stream is 4,000 kilobytes per kilobits. Looks like kilobits per second. If I just go into my settings really quick, then my video rate is 4K, audio bit rate is 256, which gets set to 160, which is the upper limit for the current streaming service. That's fairly fine and normal. So I'll definitely have to see, because you're not the first one to say that the stream is laggy. Unfortunately, Tetra was experiencing the same issue. So I'm not exactly sure what it is, but yeah, I have a problem with my internet connection, and this might cause me to switch internet plans / complain which might involve switching internet plans, where where my internet will go like 6K or better, and then very occasionally it will drop to like 1K. And so for Luck Be a Landlord, or really any game, it's very inconvenient because very occasionally there's a couple really key frames in Luck Be a Landlord. Like specifically, I'm thinking about when symbols are being picked, and the coin value that gets summed at the bottom of here. There's only a couple frames where this value is available, and for players, for strong players following along, that's one of the most important frames in the entire game. Is specifically how many coins was achieved on any given spin. This is sort of like how we're outpacing rent because we've been because our build has plenty of doublers, but I can tell you that also because I've been seeing 5K, 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 or 500, 500, 500, 700, 1,000, right? That's sort of like the sort of periodic cycle that's happening down there. But yeah, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. So it's probably something that is going to be a wait and see situation, because I don't have a good explanation of, ooh, this is going to be a lucrative wildcard. 388, 384. Gotta love it. And I gotta love removal capsule. I'm trying to get out of hearts at the moment and just get into clubs and spades. And arrows, of course. Arrows are great. I always panic when I see that empty because I'm like, I have too many symbols to be running empties. 223, not a good spin. So many doubles on this one club. 546, rent's due, pay up. Here you go, have your rent, man. Have your rent. Another silver arrow. Look, I'm going to grab some more silver arrows. They work with everything, and that's pretty cool. Birdhouse is strong. It also gives us a better chance of getting the uncommons that we want. I think we probably use Comfy Pillow to look for protractor recycling. And other situations like that. Okay, what do arrows feel like doing today? 718? That's good, that's good, that's for sure good. Alright, alright. Use goldfish, we set a die. We can get the goldfish for the goldfish bowl. No more hearts. Nice. Lucky Capsule is definitely very good here. If we get a Joker or a Silver Arrow, I'm definitely on board. This is helping with our scaling. We're very slightly outpacing Ret. And look, a Silver Arrow. Cool. Not bad. We're sort of trying to maximize our odds of Silver Arrow versus Shiny Pebble. Or Silver Arrow versus Jokers. We should be, at least theoretically speaking, not getting anything on these spins, but we're getting Silver Arrows, which is very unusually strong. I have an option of picking up Compost Heap, and I feel like I ought to. I ought to get Compost Heap and a Mrs. Fruit. If I need to, I can just not pick up things that destroy themselves. Like, I can just stop picking up anything except for, like, say, removal capsules. So I'm going to take Compost Heap. This is more of a long-term investment. Compost Heap plus Geologist plus Mrs. Fruit is a viable scaling endgame build. I'm not sure whether I'm going to be able to get up to it, but Compost Heap is an out for us. And unfortunately, our Mrs. Fruit has been vaporized, and I'm not sure the conditions. It may have been my fault. It may have been the game save eating itself in a real bad way. Right now, we're removing this heart. $79. Cool. And Lucky Capsule is definitely one of the situations where we have a limited ability to trigger Compost Heap. So I'm going to hold off on Lucky Capsule here. Unfortunately, I really need to see Mrs. Fruit, and I need to see a Mrs. Fruit soon to make this not a tragically bad build. So we're just avoiding anything that looks like sort of short-term situations, except for removal capsule. I actually think even if we see, like, for example, target's fine. Like with this build, target disappears basically instantaneously. How many arrows are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 arrows on the board? So target disappears in about 2 to 3 spins. Not that we're having a problem getting good returns, but, you know. Goldfish disappears into the Goldfish Bowl, so that's perfectly fine. Ooh. There's a lot of doubles here and a lot of doubles here. 576, cool. Not bad. Picking up Turtle. Turtle gets removed by the diver rather than destroyed. So that is kind of a quiet benefit of having Diver here with Compost Heap, as opposed to, say, Geologist. I still think we pick up Geo, but I'd really like to see a Mrs. Fruit here. That way we can continue picking up capsules. Removal capsule, absolutely. That's the best thing that we could see here. Other than a strong rare. Geo is fine. I think I want to pick up Geo because Geo is stronger than Diver. It's going to be, this is a long-term investment here. If we can get Geo and Mrs. Fruit, then we can secure the run. So we're gonna do that. Rain Cloud with Geo suddenly becomes good. Because we have a Geo to feed. Now the thing is that we can't feed the Geo until we get a Mrs. Fruit, which is a slight problem. Because Geo does destroy, and Compost Heap will trigger on the regular. So we need to get about 2 Geos, about 2 Mrs. Fruits, and then our late game is secured. In the meanwhile, we have another slight problem where we have a lot of things on the board. They're not paying off a huge amount. Skip. Okay, what are we removing? Ooh. Ugh. E. Okay. This is telling me that well, we need to get the Geologist and the Mrs. Fruit on board. We specifically need one Mrs. Fruit here, and then the build is set. We can use the Geo to outscale Rent with 8 silver arrows and 1 golden arrow with 2 wild cards. That should be good enough to outscale Rent. But we do need to slow down the clubs. If we can swap out spades for clubs to get the rusty gear double more reliably. To me, this also says that we need to stop picking up jokers. And I think stop picking up clubs. I think 6 clubs is good. The only argument for picking up the 7th club is because it's a club. Yeah, I think we're going to pick up, well, we do have a crab. We could just pick up a crab and not worry about it. Yeah, okay, since our option is between clubs and crab, crab is a better option here. The thing is that there is an opportunity cost for picking up a club there, so I don't want to entertain the option at the moment. We're going to have wildly variable income, I believe, because of how arrows work. Do we pick up a reroll capsule? Without a Mrs. Fruit, I don't want to pick up a reroll capsule. I want to keep my removal for removal capsules, and I really, 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 really want to see... I really want to see Mrs. Fruit. Once we get a Mrs. Fruit, we have a lot of freedom to go back to doing our regular shenanigans. Snails get eaten by divers. That's it. We have a couple rare outs. We've been getting some weird situations where we haven't seen a lot of rare items on this run. Mrs. Fruit. Nope. Okay. That's a shame. Fertilizer is bad. Dwarven Anvil is fine. Quigley the Wolf is fine. I'm gonna pick up Dwarven Anvil just to have a higher chance of seeing the good. In terms of removal, there's a couple things that we can do. We can remove this spade and turn it into a club. It's not giving us a lot of value right now, so I guess if we do see a spade, then we can turn it into a club, but we'd really like to rip a Mrs. Fruit and just get out of suits. Also, if possible, I'd like to yeah, I'm not picking up a reroll capsule because I prefer to have removal capsules here, and with the exception of can we please have some hot Mrs. Fruit action here. Is there no way to get rid of those X's? Is that the main gimmick of these later floors? So the X's cannot be removed, and yes, it is the main gimmick of the later floors. Though not to the point that this is floor 9 and there's only 2 of these. So it's not exactly. I'd say that the 2 duds are roughly 50% of the difficulty of floor 9. It's not 75% or 80 or 90%. If, like, for example, it was 3 duds. The other main gimmick is that just the rents are higher, there's less rerolls and removals. So the duds are costing us a lot here. I guess, yeah. So yeah, to answer your question, yes, they are the main gimmick, but there is some other things that are contributing to difficulty here. Spirit is not what we're looking for. We're really looking for the once-in-a-generation arrow spin to give us some ludicrous number. So we're just sort of trying to tread water in the meantime. There's nothing bad with any of these specifically, and you know, maybe it would be good to pick up a reroll capsule here and use our removal on, for example, the seed that creates. Oh, that was nice. I just saw that we suddenly went to 21,000. These 2 arrows, I guess, did some work in combination with Rusty Gear, so that's pretty cool. And of course the Jokers. So, oh yeah, and there's another silver arrow here. Cool. Definitely like the silver arrows lining up for us. Yeah, that's pretty ouch. That is ouch. Oil can is good. Is it good enough? Picking up oil can just so that we can have oil can not on the board. So in context, I am the world's best oil can player because I know the secret tech. I can see the golden arrows. It's this column right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll proceed to do this magic trick on the regular. I can respin every column that has a golden arrow in it if the golden arrow goes off the board. seems like a relatively fine situation. Though, like, where is going to be our insane doubles? I guess the insane doubles is going to be this wild card and this diver. So let's respin this guy. Okay, we didn't get an arrow in line of anything, but that's okay. $504, cool. Do we even have coin on a string? Oh yeah, we do. Okay, fine. We'll pick up coin. So golden arrow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. And okay, here's the magic trick. Ready? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. It doesn't show up? This is my least favorite magic trick because it only works some percentage of the time. I've been trying to do this magic trick over and over on my stream. I've just been repeatedly denied by the RNG of this game. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3. There it is. Very good. Where's our wild cards? That's super awkward. Why don't you put some wild cards around? All right. Zero coal coconut, not good. I wasn't looking for the arrow on that spin. No, because I didn't call my shot. This guy's on a little bit of an inconvenient corner here. We're really looking for this diver. Trying to get this arrow in the corner. Or down here. We've had a hard time putting charges on our consumers, which has been problematic. Select a column to respin. This looks fine. The golden arrow's lined up here pretty well. Maybe respin this column. Ooh, okay. That's a nice arrow. Skipping this here. What's going on here? Well, in addition to not saying where the golden arrow is, board's a little bit disorganized. Let's try to get any arrows going over here. All right. Oops. There's a golden arrow and I don't know where it is. How embarrassing. Let's go for the standard 1 in 5. All right. We need to pay a little bit more attention to the initial spins. Pearl is something. Pearl is borderline dangerous because if the geologist eats it, we'll have to use removal on it, but that's okay. Take a little bit of a risk. Golden arrow is on 3. It's on this. It's in this column. Gosh darn it! I need to complain to the devs of this game because it feels like grabbing things off the board is less than probable. Like, that feels wrong. I think I didn't see the golden arrow. Okay, I thought it was in this column, but I wasn't 100% sure. You saw me click on that column, but so like I knew something was going on, but I didn't exactly know. You know, there's a difference between knowing and knowing. You know. Well, there's the golden arrow. Wasn't looking for it, but there it is. Well, that is a quite good spin. 1636, cool. paying up. We're sort of treading water at 2100. Silver arrow. I don't think it's correct to add a silver arrow here. The reason why is because we really want to see a Mrs. Fruit. We already have 8 silver arrows. If we commit too hard in the direction of the silver arrows, then we're going to have to start removing things like spades. Which we could do. We could pick up a silver arrow and remove a spade, but also we're kind of desperate to see a Mrs. Fruit here. So I'm rerolling specifically to see a Mrs. Fruit. Now if we get another silver arrow, then we're in a little bit more of a pickle. In that case, I think it's more correct to pick up a silver arrow and take out some spades. There's one whenever a symbol is destroyed. Yeah, sure. It's either that or Goldilocks. We're actually not activating Black Pepper very much right now. So I feel like taking Goldilocks. Goldilocks gives us a comfy pillow into Protractor or Recycling out, which I'd really like to see. That would be huge. If we're taking out things, I think we should be taking out the spades. And what a claustrophobic board this is, right? But we really need that like 3% to see a rare item right about now, every spin. And we're sort of staying in the game on the hope that we get these rare probabilities that we're just not getting. Let's try to get a diver next to a snail. The answer is no, but we tried. Fish goes into the bowl. Okay, let's look for the golden arrow. 2. Very nice. Let's try to get the diver next to the snail, and the answer is no. Arrows be pointing off the board. Get a diver on the snail. Nope. Hustling Capsule is pretty borderline worth it at this point. We're sort of on the borderline between being able to pay and being not able to pay. Alright, those arrows weren't aligned very well, which is kind of systematic of arrows. Turtle's good. That's very good. Let's see if we can get a golden arrow off the board. I did not know whether that was... ooh. Yeah, that was bad. Hustling Capsule was a wildly negative play there. I'm very sorry. That's my fault. Just trying to get the plum off the board, because gosh darn is that a waste of space. Oof. That's oof. That could have been a spade. Okay. The golden arrow's in 1. Trying to get the diver next to the turtle if we can see where the golden arrow is. Three. It's in 3. See if we can get anything interesting in this column. Nope, there's a plum. Okay. Awkward. Coins are removed. Not bad. See if we can get anything more interesting here. Nope. The answer is screw you. Where did my Mrs. Fruit go? Did I voluntarily remove the Mrs. Fruit? That would have been embarrassing. May have happened in a previous life. Zeref's contract. We are falling behind the rent curve. Unless we get very lucky arrow spins, which we could get. We'd like to see, well, this is our wild card out. So that means that we'd like to get an arrow in this corner. Instead, we get 3 arrows pointed at a geologist that has 1 charge. Bad micro. I was drinking water instead of looking for the golden arrow. Okay. There's 3 doubles here and 4 doubles here. Clubs lets us survive for longer. It's very tempting to pick up a clubs here. We're not clearing things off of the board at a reasonable pace. And also we have this random plum, which is not good. Let's try to get rusty gear bonuses. We got the plum off the board. I can be okay with that. Alright, looking for the golden arrow specifically. I didn't see it. I'm gonna pick this column because that's the column where I least am looking. And I was able to rip it off the board, so that was pretty cool. I didn't see it. I think there's a wild card. Oh, the golden arrow is right here. I believe there's a wild card in this column. Having seen the reroll spin, I don't believe that there's a wild card in that column. I think I should have prioritized getting the diver up to the oyster or vice versa. Okay, we got the wild card, but not the arrow. Let's look for the golden arrow. 1. We still didn't get it. It was good play, but we didn't get it. I didn't see it, so I'm going to check this leftmost column. It was in the rightmost column. We weren't able to grab it. Either what I'm doing right now when I'm talking about this golden arrow stuff is either really cool or really incomprehensible. So if you have any questions, absolutely hit me up in the chat. Because this is not particularly. This took me a lot of watching to figure out. It was in that column, but we weren't able to grab it. This is really bad. We really need either a protractor or a quiver here, or else we're going to lose in the next 2 payments. Not even Mrs. Fruit would be good here. Okay. We're using the big symbol bomb because that will give us a short burst, and it might be able to grab us a Mrs. Fruit. I'm not expecting it to, though. That's not anything. That's not anything. Do we have all of the eggs that we need? Yes, we do. We got unlucky with our watermelon berry rares. And that's also nothing. In terms of things to remove, there's just not a lot to remove. We can remove the plum. Because our Mrs. Fruit hasn't conveyed. Now, in terms of getting wild cards to go insane, we kind of want the golden arrow in a better position here. Oh, we weren't able to get it. The silver arrow actually conveys into the. Okay, that was 1,000. So that is cool. We're looking for the wild card to be adjacent to a symbol of value. These are not providing that. Okay, that's something. Golden arrow goes awry. The silver arrow does not, though. 648, 1,000 per spin. That's certainly respectable. Looking for the golden arrow here. 5. I didn't see it on the respin, so I must have been incorrect. Let's check for a golden arrow. Okay. Yeah, it wasn't 5. 5 is the column that I'm least able to look at. I feel like I can look very comfortably at like 3 to 4 reels, and then I spin the 5th one because I don't know whether well, if I haven't seen it on the first 4, it dramatically increases the chances that the golden arrow is in fact on the 5th reel. I'm satisfied with how these arrows line up with the 37 diver, so let's get a little bit lucky. That was not sufficiently lucky. Skip. Where are we going with this? Let's get this wild card up to the diver, and that did not happen. One of the problems here is that we're trying to do a build that scales with rare items that we don't have. We don't have Card Shark, and we don't have Protractor, and we don't have Quiver. If we have any of those, then we're in extremely good shape. We just haven't had the opportunity to get any of those, which has been very unfortunate. And we had some chances for clear skies to help us earlier, but that also didn't convey, so it is what it is. Okay, we've got a diver and a wildcard aligned. But, you know, if arrows be like that, they be like that. Sort of our mathematical outcomes have gone down, which is very unfortunate. We've been trying to transition out of spades and into Diver Geologist Mrs. Fruit, and we just have been getting arrows instead. Unfortunately, arrows don't quite scale as well, actually. So that's been kind of unfortunate. These are pretty great columns, other than this one, so we're going to roll this one to see if we can get any arrows. There was an arrow in that column, but we didn't get it. And if none of the arrows point at the diver and the wild card, then it's going to be hard to generate income out of that. We can pick up a turtle. Actually, at this point, turtle is borderline a mistake, just because of how desperately we need the income. I mean, I guess. We got all the rusty gear combos, but that's about it. Coin's technically worth something. Let's try to get this wild card down. Get it off the board, alright? Alright. Fine. There was an idea that did not convey. Very sad. Let's do pay up. There we go. We need like massive bailout here, or we will not make this payment. This is not the bailout. This is where what we're looking for, and we get nothing, which is an absolute disaster. So you know, it's been good. The golden arrows in column 3, along with 2 wild cards. Holy smokes! Wow. There's a 1 in 100 chance that we can get an extremely lucrative wildcard spin. Not really holding my hopes up on that one. That's a 1% into a 3%. That's the problem. But hey, if we can get a 1% into a 3%, I won't complain. It's just, well, I don't think that's a particularly reliable situation here. Let's get the wild card into the, well, no, it's just duds. Unfortunate. Select a column to respin. Column should we respin? We have the golden arrow. It's pointed at the diver. Let's see if we can get a diver and a wild card. Okay, all right. The arrows decide to point in a completely other direction. I'm trying to manipulate the chances that we get the 1% magic spin. We might be, by virtue of just complete randomness, getting, yes. All right, rusty gear. That's cool. These arrows are just all pointed off the board. These arrows are not sufficiently value right now. They would be value because they work with the diver and the clubs, but it's not exactly what we want. See, let's reroll. Can we reroll this column to get more arrows on these rows? No, it would be rerolling this column, which we can do. Yeah, we got the golden arrow. I did not know the golden arrow was on that column. I was not looking. I was lucky. Coins worth 3. The golden arrow's on this one. Rage! If I believe the golden arrow is in this column. Rage! This is not the time to be picking up snails. Look for the golden arrow. No idea where it is. It's there. When I say I have no idea where it is, I mean it's most likely in the 4th or 5th columns, but you know, that's not particularly reliable. 10,000 doing one spin. Well, lads, it's been good. We've been hoping to get lucky, and we in fact have just not had that luck convey into something with acceptable enough probabilities. So that's all right. Man is late and you are being evicted. Game over. So I mean, we didn't go infinite. And that's kind of sad. I don't know if anybody's actually gotten to the 10,000 rent payment, even in failure for floor 9. So you know, there's that. But overall, I'm really disappointed in this run. I'll have to Actually, maybe I can look at the log file and see what happened to Mrs. Fruit. Hey! On logs. Alright, it's a 2.2 megabyte replay file. What is Mrs. Fruit called? Mrs. underscore Fruit. Oh, there's been a lot of targets of 196 references in this log file. So it looks like I manually removed the Mrs. Fruit. All right, that's on me. That was potentially one of our outs, but we're sort of under the barrel the entire run, trying to make payments. So that's a little bit unfortunate. We sort of by the time that we were above the payment curve, at the same time we had removed a lot of the late game power that we would have needed to get there. Also, we got fairly unlucky with the geologist not seeing golems, but that's pretty irrelevant. Going infinite requires a lot of items, and mostly like one really good item that we just didn't have. Oil can is good. It's not great. Actually, I would like to see oil can move to an uncommon. It is not a very strong. Yeah, actually, I'm going to suggest that on the Discord. It's an awesome item. I'd love to see oil can used more often, and it's rarely worth more than one. Oh, we're on floor 1. Screw you, game. Yeah, of course we're doing floor 9. What else would we be doing? The option between beer and goldfish. Beer is slightly better. No, I'll definitely take crab. Candy is also strong. And we got a coal. This is good. I'm happy to see a coal in the first 3 spins. And a 3-sided die? Sure. Pay up. Okay. Ow. Ow! Charlie bit me. We have a value 1 Hex of Thievery, a reroll capsule, and an item capsule. Reroll is sort of short burst. Item capsule is well, I think the choice here is item capsule as opposed to reroll capsule. Reroll capsule is not going to convey very quickly. Between Oswald the monkey and Swearjar, Oswald means that monkeys are roughly worth 3, and I definitely like having a common that's worth 3. That's going to give us some more long-term viability here. So I like Oswald over Swearjar. I know Swearjar is quite strong here as well. Oswald's one of the better commons in the game. Ooh, and Quigley. Okay, here we go. And crabs. Oh, that's good. I like having 3 crabs on the board. Now, we sort of have an option between choosing Rabbit Fluff and not choosing Rabbit Fluff. Personally, I'm happy to take the 3 crabs and go into something higher in rarity here. And also, as a reminder, Rabbit Fluff is worth 2. The 4th and 5th crabs are not so phenomenally good that we should take out, that we should actively be avoiding those kind of items. Monkey's worth 3, that's exactly what we want to see. Let's do pay up. There you go. 106 spins. We get a removal capsule versus Big Orange Safe. I think removal capsule is very slightly stronger than Big Orange Safe, though Safe is also fine. Safe is just flat 30, plus it fills up our board in the meantime. So that's closer to 60. Removal capsule is a little bit more longer term. I sort of feel comfortable picking up removal capsule here because it is going to eventually pay. We have an option between Swear Jar, Tax Evasion, and Grave Robber. Grave Robber, I think, is quite strong. Tax Evasion, if we get the right symbols, like right now, since we don't have Magpie, Grave Robber looks a lot more appealing. I don't think we're actively taking Magpies right now. But I do see a good argument for Tax Evasion here. I think with Quigley and Oswald, we don't need more odds of picking up. Oh, we have a witch. We should pick up the witch. The witch is helping our cat, and if we end up picking crows, apples, or whatever, then this is also quite strong. We're more than happy to pick up a witch here. It's 2 with a lot of scaling. And another beer. The beer will eventually be removed. And in the meantime, having a buffing capsule on this board specifically, I'm not super excited about. We can pay 100 comfortably, so we don't need to pick up items here. Or we could pick up the dog that turns into a wolf. Haha! I've been paying attention. I've not been paying attention. 23. Okay. And another coal. Perfect. So we have coal. This is helping us scale. $23, $24. On this kind of board, I think with 6 here, I think it's good to pick up a lockbox. We'll be able to remove it eventually, and in the meantime, it will help generate income. 24, 21. Okay. So let's 1 times 6 is 126. So we're able to comfortably play the 150 without picking up any more symbols. So we're really only looking for very strong symbols. Void Creature. That's absolutely the kind of symbol that we're looking for. We're not using rerolls because we can afford to not use rerolls. Oh! Uh-oh. We have Rusty Gear, we have Crabs. Do I need to say... Yeah. I think Rusty Gear with 3 crabs, especially with 3 crabs. Ideally, we're getting a 3rd coal to have the diamonds proc Rusty Gear. Lucky Cat is strong, especially since we're keeping cats around. But I think Rusty Gear just has to get picked up. Beer is good here. It's not great, but it's It's helping fill up the board. We don't need any of these. White creature, absolutely. Another void creature? Yeah, sure. We don't need to pick up a monkey here. The monkey being 3 is good. It's actually worth a little less than 3, you know, because of how consumers work. So I'm happy to pick up a void creature here. Cool, thank you, Witch. Oh, another crab. This is pretty great. More Rusty Gear procs. That's 40 because of the crabs. Sapphire, Hearts, and Bigger. So if we had the 3 diamonds, they would. If we had the 3 red suits, they would have paid off now. But I think red suits was a little too late in the game. We have victory conditions other than red suits. Otherwise, the Biggern gets popped, so we pick up the Biggern. Ooh, Fish Tank versus Nori the Rabbit. Since we do have the Rabbit fluff, I think Nori the Rabbit is very strong here. Fish Tank, it's early enough that the Fish Tank will pay off. The Fish Tank does convey. On average, the same or better than Nori the Rabbit. I do like having the fact that Nori the Rabbit gives money right now. That is a bonus benefit here. In terms of rent, we have 225 minus 63 is 162. Divided by 7 is 23. Okay, so we're more than comfortable on rent right now. So we could pick up Fish Tank for the scaling. I definitely don't mind picking up the Fish Tank for scaling, especially with the crabs on board. So yeah, sure, let's pick up Fish Tank. A moon is extremely strong since we're planning on picking up wolves. It means that we can pick up owls. Not picking up Nori the Rabbit means that rabbits don't convey with the moon. That's a little bit unfortunate, but we're absolutely picking up moon here. In terms of things to remove, we absolutely can remove things here. Things we can remove, the pearl, the cherry, the flower, and the coin. So coin and flower, let's take out those. Okay, 38. That's phenomenal. Ooh, Rusty Gear came in. Biggern versus Removal Capsule. I like Removal Capsule. Removal Capsule is a more long-term investment, so we're picking up Removal Capsule. We can just start removing these cherries, and that'll be good for us. The cherry and the pearl. That's very, very good. We do not need any of those, and we're actually very comfortably making rent. So when we're removing things, I'm thinking that we're prioritizing taking out the cherry. The cherry is doing the least for us. This is increasing the chance that we're getting Rusty Gear procs, which is very much improving our board. We pick up this wine here. The wine gives 2. It fills up our board, and we get the bonus that a dwarf will come in at some point and clean out the entire place. So far I'm pleased. Hex of Tedium. It's tempting to pick up Hex of Tedium with crabs. It's still worth 3. The side problem with Hexotedium is that it's not improving our board. So I feel like for that reason, it's good to skip on the Hexotedium. We're really looking for a dwarf. And our Rusty Gear is giving us a lot. A lot. And not that we could seriously consider this coconut half feeds the monkey. Lucky Cat versus Egg Carton versus Lucky 7. I don't feel like, especially with 4 crabs and Rusty Gear, the rarity increase is doing much for us. So it's sort of between Egg Carton and Lucky 7. Lucky 7 is 25. Egg Carton is generally going to return more than 75 here. Save Snail and Golem. None of these are good. If we are using removal, which we should be, then we're just going to be removing the Pearl. Can't pick up any of these at the moment. Rusty Gear is going huge. Very happy with Rusty Gear and the 4s. Coconut half gets eaten by the monkey. 45. 45. Another coal. Pretty excellent right now. We're having no problem paying rent right now. And this is going to go into diamonds, and diamonds go into Rusty Gear. And Rusty Gear with diamonds is absolutely brutally dumb. And since we're having no problems with paying rent, I'm more than happy to pick up another coal here. Oh, Silver Arrow. Man, game is good. Game is good. Fertilizer versus Pink Pepper and Pool Ball. Pink Pepper is a little bit better than Pool Ball, and Fertilizer we don't need more late game secure. Snail Cat 3-sided die. I'm just looking at my inventory right now. We have 3 empties, but we're having no problem paying rent. So the only thing that we're doing is we're picking up wildly above average items, not wolf, but item capsule. More item capsule. Gray pepper? That's something. It's not a lot, but it's something. Again, pretty much every consumable in the game. That was probably one of the worst that we could have gotten. What does Farmer do? Literally nothing for our board. That's super awkward. We've been seeing a couple of these doubles that do literally nothing. That's a very unfortunate rare situation. It does double an apple if we were to get an apple, but we do not have an apple. Apple, again, one of the better scaling items. Where are we? Where are we? Yeah, we're not picking up any of these. We're just saving rerolls for, by the way, the Rusty Gear procced on these, this like diagonal length of crabs, which is pretty cool. More item capsules? Yes, absolutely. Hey, we got a pool ball. That's fantastic. No problems paying rent at the moment. We're looking for a key, we're looking for a dwarf, and we're also looking for some insane value. Well, you know what? Tomb and item capsule is a toss-up for me. Tomb is going to provide, let's do some quick math. We're doing 40 to 50. So 40, so it's, so adds 5 spirits when destroyed. So each of those spirits is giving us 4. So that's 20. In terms of item capsule, there's a couple items that we can get which increase our we're gonna do some more math, because one of the reasons why we're not doing super well is because we're not doing a lot of math, and we can solve this by doing a lot of math. So my apologies if this is not necessarily the most entertaining part of the stream. If you want to see impulsive picks and high win rates, you can go watch Fakey. He's quite good without having to do these calculations. But since we're still struggling a little bit, we're going to use math to compensate for our slight skill deficiency. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. So we're on payment 8. So we have 40 spins remaining. A little under 40 spins remaining. And so any value that the item capsule has to provide would be 40 or less, and we have to get a specific item that would be generating value. We've been wildly unlucky on our fish tank and egg carton, which has been tragic. So Tomb is good here. We do not need to blow our rerolls since we're sufficiently ahead on rent that we don't need to worry about that, which is very, very legal and very cool. So we're absolutely picking up Tomb here. Ho ho ho! Undertaker. Ooh, I don't know. So here's the thing about Undertaker. Okay, we just picked up a Tomb, and there is Rusty Gear proccing on spirits, and we have a witch. Undertaker basically locks us out of a victory in Infinite. However, with Rusty Gear and a witch, I'm pretty sure Undertaker is a pretty strong win condition. So, you know what? When I pick Tomb, it's not because of the chance of getting Undertaker. However, if you have a witch, if you have a Tomb, if you have Grave Robber, and you have Rusty Gear, then you gotta pick up Undertaker. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Lurk Burks. In things of term, in what we want to remove, we really want to remove the lock boxes and the beers with the dwarf. I don't know why we haven't gotten a dwarf. Oh, yes. Spirits align! The fact that we haven't gotten a dwarf is, like, really not great. But these spirits are going to be tremendous value. So that's cool. Silver arrow with, what is this spin? 88? Okay, that's endgame numbers. We're in the end game now. Egg for our egg carton, yeah! You know, I might have been missing a couple of, yeah. Cackle all you want, witch baby. 66? That's good. Big urn is big spirits, and big spirits equals more Rusty Gear procs. So that's cool. Look at this Rusty Gear. Look at that Rusty Gear. Oh my goodness. Now I am picking up key to get rid of the lockbox, as opposed to the egg. Key is worth a little bit more. Yeah, I don't think the outcome of this run should be in doubt right now. We're getting 148 a spin. Same reason I'm not picking up coal here. Like, what's the point? Rusty Gear procs on spirits and crabs. This is good. I'm enjoying this run a lot. Sure, we'll pick up a reroll capsule. No Rusty Gear procs. That's a little bit sad. Moon isn't, I think, good enough for our board. We'd prefer Witch. Like, Witch is basically going to make our board immortal, and that's about it. Buffing capsule is absolutely satisfactory. Conveyor belt is fine. That helps with like oyster geologist combos, so that's cool. Oop, Rusty Gear on a double witch spirits with a buffing capsule, 32. We're getting endgame numbers. There's no real reason for us to be picking up anything at this point. I'm very happy with that removal. No need to pick up monkey. Actually, taking out a monkey would be good right about now. Taking out a cat. I'm kind of wondering if we can get a wild card. A magic wild card cat item. You know, that seems like a kind of stupid hope. Let's just take out the cat. We have the removal, just take out the cat. Bye, cat. You're fine, but you're not spirits with Rusty Gear. We'll take a TDM capsule. Actually, it's not worth picking up a TDM capsule because we're making it so much off the board. Just kidding. We'll pick up the TDM capsule. We're not that. Oh my goodness! Actually, on that case we were, but you know, theoretically we shouldn't have that sort of insane income. I'm not really sure where our dwarf is. Dwarf is MIA. Rusty Gear plus Witch for 16s. 111. Very nice. Ah, the dwarf. Yes. Mr. Drink all the drinks. Please. Get them out of here. Get them out of here. Our build has been severely hampered by these, oop, another urn. At this point, an urn is a little bit of a win more situation. I think, if we want to make this run go infinite, because we're not going to have problems paying rent, by the way. I've been looking at the numbers. We're more than good for paying rent. So, instead of taking the urn here, I'm thinking, like, what if we just waited for more witches? And just removed everything here. You know, obviously a urn is good here. But is it, like, good enough to end the game, you know? Well, no, it's not enough for us to go infinite. So, I'm less convinced about picking up urn here. You know, 8 spirits is a good number. So I think 1 urn here, and then I think this is roughly the last spirit that we reasonably take. Yeah, okay. Cool. Bartender and mine are not good enough, and in addition, we have plenty of bank as an understatement, so there's no reason for us to use rerolls here. Bird Gang. Do we have any birds? No, we don't. But it's an uncommon, and this gives us outs to getting higher rarity options. We want to use this removal token on the dwarf after he finishes drinking everything. Very cool, very cool. We have one more beer and one more wine. We've not been seeing a lot of poultice, but we don't really care. The dwarf will eventually drink all the beer. It's fine. Don't need to pick up another one of its kind. Looks like picking up that diamond was a little bit aggressive, but it's fine. I might go back into the VOD and see. Thank you, Dwarf. Just have that one wine left. Goldfish is super great. I'm curious whether I, for example, didn't pick up some additional. The witch is cackling every single turn because that's the statistically likely outcome. I say, and then the witch immediately goes to the corner and doesn't do anything. It's pretty hilariously tragic. Okay, we've got a removal. Looking good. We can still pay for everything. Oh, we got a diver to take out the crabs. Perfect. I'm very happy to take a diver here. The diver is cleaning up our board, the good old-fashioned way, and so we don't need to use as much removal on the crabs. So the diver is worth a lot of removal. Checkered flag is strong. I like picking up the booster pack. First of all, it gives us more outs in the rare tier. We can go for some short-term burst here. In terms of removal, we're using at least one removal on the dwarf. So let's do that right now. The dwarf is going out. So let's pop the booster pack now. See what we get. Turtle for the diver? Yeah, sure. Egg for the egg carton? Yep. Lockbox for the lockbox carton? Nope. And these are just generic value 3 things. Reroll versus item, I see good arguments both ways. Reroll is going to help us scale in a big way, so I prefer reroll. Wealthy capsule is just money. Lucky capsule is luck. And these aren't good. So let's use some rerolls here. Spirit, we have plenty of odds to get something better than a spirit, and we're already at 8 spirits, so I don't think we need another spirit. And a geologist. Alright, perfect. I'll take a geologist here. We can start getting the consumers consuming. Unfortunately, we have a problem where we have a mining pick with a geologist, which makes the geologist not as good. But, like, what are we removing? Not a lot. We have a bunch of things which are getting removed next spin. The rabbit fluff is helping us with our geologist and hurting with us on our diver. So what can we remove? We can remove the 3-sided die. It's the least valuable thing on this board. Moon isn't good enough, and neither is coal, so let's leave them be. Turtle versus Sapphire. Sapphire should be better over the longer term, so just picking up food for the consumer. Hustling Capsule. It's going to pay for itself. We're again not concerning ourselves with whether we win the game or not because we've already won. Okay, we have one crab left. Big Ore, unfortunately, has a chance of mining itself before it gets to the geologist. That said, it's still food. It's a race. It's a race. It's a race. None of these are good. Oops. That was like the worst time for a lucky capsule. Alright. Dame Spirit Apple. Apple is fine, but we want something better than Apple. Another Geologist is definitely something that I will take on this board. Of these, Lucky 7 is the best. Jack-o'-lantern and Short Jar just quite simply aren't going to trigger. What are we removing? We have a couple options. The crab is going to remove itself. It's either the monkey or the rabbit fluff. So I'm taking out the monkey. We have two Geologists. That's especially good since there's a mining pick in play. Oops. The Uwu Stone comes into effect. It gets embarrassed and it leaves. We took out the monkey, so coconut wouldn't be value anyways. Alright. Not bad. Getting some stacks on our Geologists. Rabbit Fluff is perfectly fine. Voidstone is perfectly fine. It's still borderline positive to be picking up Voidstones. Eggs are good. Cool. We cleaned out the money. Will the capsules still work? That reads the crab. Cool. Those are things that can get collected by our consumers. At this point, we're looking for our Silver Arrow and Mrs. Fruit. That's about it. Continue playing on endless mode. Alright, another victory. So it depends on how you count the victory that I played offline with Tetra as part of the streak or not. Hey, I'll take a victory screen, and you know what? We'll grab the inventory. Let's get this mouse out of the way. This is just a pause so that I can take the screenshot for the Discord to send to Tetra. And then we're going to continue playing on endless mode. So hey, maybe maybe our win rate has big shout out to all our viewers. I'm not quite sure how we got this many viewers, but hey, shout out to everyone watching the stream, watching the victory on floor 9. Thank you all for tuning in. We're going to continue playing on endless mode. I don't know that we're going to get very far. The spirits with Rusty Gear and Undertaker is nothing to scoff at for sure. But I'm not sure whether it's the kind of thing that's going to win endless. You know, we need to be careful not to take a shrine. Oh, okay, okay. You know what? If they're going to just give us a silver arrow, you know, the game is afoot. The game is afoot. Black pepper is certainly good with geologists. I believe having the rabbit fluff is positive because it is giving us about 20% more chances of getting geologist food. Like this. The 3 uncommons would be a lot more difficult without the rapid fluff. Yeah, very nice. Thank you, Witch. 199. Ooh, that's hot. The reason why Geologist is the best consumer in the game is because Golem provides so much ore for the Geologist to stack up against. Still have room in our egg carton. Sapphire is still worth stuff. Item capsule. We can pick up item capsule. I don't know what the value of picking up item capsule is, but we may as well. Only needs to convey, like, I don't know, a green pepper. That's good. That's value. TDM capsule is not worth. I don't know where that shiny pebble came from, but whatever. No matter, we got it off the board. All's well. Oops. That ore decided to mine itself. Target's worth 4, but everything on our board is worth more than 4 at this point, basically. Ugh, no! Oh god, a ruby. How unpleasant. Our ore all decided to mine itself. A disaster. Alright, if it isn't buffing spirits, mine is fine. Since we already have a pick, a mining pick. We're just putting more geologist food on there. Picking up peppers is better than not picking up peppers. Because of chili powder. The Uwu stone. The Owo stone. Reroll capsules, I'm absolutely... Oh, wait, hold on. Which is better? A reroll capsule or a turtle? A reroll capsule gives us about our outs here are Mrs. Fruit, Silver Arrow, and to a lesser extent mine. I mean, mine does give us a lot, so yeah, of course mine is going to be an out. So we have Mrs. Fruit, Silver Arrow, and mine. So that's 3 out of 30. So that's a 10% chance on any given rare to get something that we like. And in addition to that, we're looking at roughly that's a 90-90-90. So that's not quite, that's like 65% something that we want. So reroll capsule giving us, 65% or, 45% something that we want. I'll take that. Ore is better than shiny pebble. We do need the geologists to eat up. We have 2 of them, so they have to be putting in work. There's a reason why we have 2 geologists. So that they can take all this garbage off the board. It's on the board. Get it off. Get it off. Lucky Capsule versus Reroll Capsule. We actually did the math. We just did the math, and Reroll Capsule is better than Lucky Capsule. Nope. Diver will take the pearl. Side benefit of having a diver with the geologists. Cherry Diamonds Thief. One of the nice things about how we won is that we were able to keep a thin board. Because we were just consistently ahead of the curve. Diver takes the pearl. I'm not going to complain, it thins out our board, gives geologists more chances of getting next to something good. Golem is absolutely what we're looking for. Yeah, Spirit's not an out here, and we have the Reroll Capsules, which we previously discussed, are quite likely to convey into a fruit! Yes! We got the fruit lady. Cleaning Rag is quite strong. We don't really want to remove our rabbit fluff, and we don't want to get a lot of rabbit fluff, but Cleaning Rag is giving us value on the things that we do have on the board. And makes the part where we're waiting for the +1s to come into effect less burdensome. I prefer Shiny Pebble over Hustling Capsule because there's a chance that the Geos double proc. And also it's giving us rarity chances, which means that while it's on the board, it's doing work. It's worth 2, and, ooh, yes! More chance at removal capsules, more chances at golems, more chances at big orb. The 260 Geologist is definitely pretty cool. Between Reroll Capsule and Crab is kind of a tough choice. So we already have 1 Mrs. Fruit. So now we're looking for Mine and Silver Arrow. And so that's only like 25% chance of something good. That said, we only have 1 diver. We probably don't want to go all in on divers, if possible. We'd like to get Conveyor Belt and Oyster Gang. Yeah, and also we could definitely take another Geologist, especially if we can get Conveyor Belts and Oysters. So probably taking Crab is the least good thing that we could get. I'll still take the Reroll Capsule here. The Diver is more of an unknown quantity. Shiny Pebble. Especially with a mining pick, having more geologists around is going to be good. So I think we will take a 3rd geologist. So we've got a geologist, maybe a 2nd Mrs. Fruit. Reroll Capsule versus Oyster. Oyster is better than Reroll Capsule, or like it's better than Crab, that's for sure. I still like the digging for those power rares, as opposed to continuing to feed the diver. Oh, we have a removal capsule. Oh, we're sleeping on the job here. What are we removing? We're removing the wolf or the moon. It's the wolf is the least rare, so I think it's the most reasonable to take out the wolf. Cool. Yeah, see, like we're getting good shots at, we're getting good odds of getting wolves. Yep. The Geo's double proc. So if we get another Geo, then we can get more extra procking. Or we could just get a mine. I'm happy picking up a mine here. Pizza the Cat, I like those at the best. We get another removal. We have a choice between removing the Rabbit Fluff and removing the Moon. Rabbit Fluff, I believe, is generating more value for us than the Moon here. So I'm taking out the Moon. Rip Moon. Ah, bad ordering. Pearl is, I believe, better than Shiny Pebble because there's 3 things. You know what? We're picking up Shiny Pebble. We like the rarity improvement. And also we have Cleaning Rag. So there's lots of good things going for the Shiny Pebble. We do have a Mrs. Fruit. We're happy to feed the Mrs. Fruit. The Pearl moves upwards. It floats upwards to the Geologist. That's pretty cool. Void Creature isn't good enough for us to spin, so we're not going to pick it up. Nice. Mine's doing work. Voidstone versus Coconut Half. Coconut Half, we can actually get a consumption on the Mrs. Fruit going. Pearl? We'll take a Pearl. Oh, the Geo's there. Okay. I was like, it's out of range of the diver, but there's a Geo right there. That's cool. Rain coin. Do we have coin on a string? We do not. Okay. And we'll avoid selecting any of these. Also, if we have a third Geo, then we can get some occasional Rusty Gear procs, which would be pretty dope. That'd be pretty dope. Arrows be like, you know? Coconut Half for the misses. $240. Chemical 7 is theoretically $250, but we're going to scale out before we get more chances at getting a Chemical 7. So for that reason, I'm going to pass on the C7. Okay. Well, if you're gonna give me a silver arrow, holy smokes. Okay, fine. Yeah, sure. Absolutely. I guess Goldilocks. None of these are good enough here. Thank you, Mrs. Fruit. $225. So we are falling behind with 225 spins. Or like officially behind the red curve. We'll need to catch up. Do we have lockpick? We do not. Okay, treasure chest will not be worth it then. Wealthy capsule isn't good enough here. Do we have all 6 eggs? No, we do not. Okay. For some reason, we've not gotten a lot of consumers to consume things. What? Where's our food? You know? Where's the food? Whoops. Okay. Well, Rena's late and you're being evicted. Game over. I was hoping with a little more arrow luck that we'd be able to avoid this terrible, tragic fate. But we had a failure to lift off. I sort of indicated that with the Undertaker, but you know, the suits are like for things like suits and jokers, those can double pretty insane. We also didn't get a lot of witches. We sort of got our consumers early, and we're not going to. We can't drop picking up consumers because consumers do scale a little bit better. But you know, well. So, anyways, this is we're not gonna play another game. I hope you very much enjoyed this win. I certainly did. So even though we didn't go infinite, a victory on floor 9 is a victory on floor 9. I'm definitely happy with that. So, you know, thanks to everybody for watching. You know, you want to like follow, hit the bell, do whatever you need to do to find out when I'm next going live, because I go live a lot, but it's somewhat inconsistent. So the best way to figure out when I'm going live is to follow and get those notifications when I do go live. Apart from that, thanks to everybody for watching, and till next time, bye bye.